Assalamu alaikum.
Welcome, salam, Zayra. How are you?
Good, good. How are you? How's
I'm
everything
doing
going?
well. Good. The end of the
Yeah.
week. It's great. Yeah.
How is everything? How are things?
Good. Just settling back into the new routine with kids. They're actually doing remote learning right now, so it's a little bit different than what it was in the spring, but just adjusting, trying to set routines in place, and you know how it is. I think as moms, we wear many hats.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
So,
So essential oils. I have heard so much about it. Every time I go to the mall, I just always want to go into that store, the big store that's always there. And the smell is just so, captivating. And I think I've always been drawn towards essential oils, but for me, what ends up happening is I go into the stores and I look at stuff, and then I kind of get overwhelmed a little bit because I don't know where to start, which oil to get, and which diffuser to buy. There's so many different ones out there. And so when we met and we spoke about, when we were talking, you mentioned that you were an essential oil consultant. And so I figured, who better else to teach me everything about essential oils and the benefits of it. Tell me what exactly is um, the story behind all these essential oils.
okay, so first, let me explain what essential oils are. So,
Yeah.
essential oils are basically plant extracts, and they're just pure plant extracts. There's no other oils or dilution in it, especially if they're therapeutic grade essential oils.
Mm-hmm.
Those are the ones that you want to be using
Okay.
for the therapeutic benefits. Um, I started using essential oils. Well, I was just going to give you a little bit of a backstory about how I got into it
Yeah.
because you know, it's really interesting how aromatherapy works. But basically, I grew up on herbal remedies and just like natural, holistic wellness, right? I grew up back home in Pakistan. I think you grew up there as well,
Yay.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So my mom was always like, offering herbal remedies before reaching for the medication. So that resonated with me a lot, especially when I became a mom. I was looking for more natural solutions for my kids' wellness. And so essential oils exactly that, right? It's holistic wellness.
Mm.
And so when I used to live in Canada, and of course winter is like a huge season there. I actually miss it a
Oh
lot.
my God. Are you kidding me?
Yes, yeah, I love it. So yeah, just that whole winter wellness regimen that we had over there. Someone offered me essential oils for that, and I applied it for my kids, loved it, and then I really started researching about it about 3 years ago,
Hmm.
um, for my kids, but also for myself because I didn't realize like the emotional benefits to it. So first, I started off like just looking for just remedies, whether it was like sleep support or just like um, winter wellness, like I said. But then it was much more than that. So yeah,
So that's how you kind of got started into it.
yeah,
Okay.
that's how I got started into it. Yeah.
Okay.
And then go ahead.
So tell me, like, if for somebody like me who knows literally nothing, the only couple of things that I know about essential oils is lavender makes you sleep or calms you down. Um, and I
Yeah.
and I don't know why. So a few essential oils that I've actually used. So I know that peppermint helped me during my pregnancy because when I was super nauseous. Ali went to Aveda, I believe, and he got it like a little
Hmm.
roller for me. And this is like 15 years ago. So I would put it on my
Wow.
wrist and then just smell it, and it did help me. So I remember peppermint from there, or spearmint. And I would use, I know, lavender oil. When Iman was born, I would use that a little bit. And I continued, like, on and off, we've had lavender oil in the house. Tea tree. So tea tree, I think
That's
I'm
a great
familiar
one
with
as
that.
well. Yes.
And that's it. But I've never diffused it or any such thing. I do the desi diffusion, right? Like I put it in a pot and I put it on the chula,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
So
Yes.
we've done
Yes.
that. But just to kind of, I want you to tell me, like,
Okay.
what do I need to know about essential oils as
Okay.
a starter person, right?
So So let me explain to you the basics of aromatherapy. Basically, the sense of smell really is processed through your limbic system in the brain. So that's the part of your brain that's responsible for mood, emotions, and memory, right?
Mm-hmm.
So think back to, for example, like maybe if you used to bake apple pie with your mom when you were younger, or chocolate chip cookies or something. And then fast forward so many years later, let's say you walk in somewhere and you smell that chocolate chip cookies, right away your memory will be triggered, right? Like
Mm-hmm.
you'll
Mm-hmm.
remember, oh yeah, I used to do this with my mom.
Yeah.
So that's the amazing thing about scent, right? And how you can really use aromatherapy to help you regulate emotions, mood. Um, it really has a lot of therapeutic benefits. And
Okay.
so, yeah, you're right when you say like lavender, peppermint. Those are the most like common, oils that people hear about. But you have to make sure that you know that they're therapeutic to be able to receive those benefits, right?
Okay.
So
Mm-hmm.
that they have to be distilled the right way. They have to be grown. They have to be distilled at certain temperatures. There's like a
Mm-hmm.
whole process to it.
Okay.
um
Okay.
there's there's a lot, there's a science behind that, which is what I love, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the way that they're distilled, the way that they're grown, the farms have to be like, you want to make sure it's pesticide free, because when you're
Mm-hmm.
diffusing and you're actually inhaling it, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely.
So yeah, when you put in a diffuser, like there's a diffuser back here, so you're
Yeah.
actually inhaling that oil. So you want to make sure that it's grown in the right circumstances and
Okay.
that you are able to receive all the benefits.
Okay. All right. So,
Yeah.
so in terms of a diffuser, right? Like there's so
Mhm.
much out there. So I have looked at the drugstore. I was just walking by. Oh my God, that's a diffuser. Should I buy it? And
Yeah.
then I'm like, I don't know if it's good. Then I've looked several on Amazon, and then of course you have a large variety of diffusers over there. And then of course, like in the mall you have stores where there's diffusers there as well, but like which one would be a good one to start off with? Like, does it have to be super fancy? Are you looking for certain criteria in a diffuser? Like, what is it?
Yeah. So, for example, I'm an essential oil consultant. I only use Young Living essential oils and diffusers. And the reason why I do that is because you want to make sure that the plastic that's inside the diffuser is of a certain grade. It's like has to be like a medical grade, which
Oh,
Young
okay.
Living guarantees with their diffusers, because oils can actually eat up the plastic. So if you're diffusing citrus oils, they actually they can eat away at the plastic, and then eventually that's what you're going to be inhaling, which is really not what you want when you're
Oh, okay.
diffusing essential
So
oils.
so does it get hot inside? Is that why? Or is it just
It does.
the okay.
So they're actually cold mist diffusers, but there's a metal plate, and if you notice, like I've had friends who bought diffusers from Amazon or other stores, and this doesn't happen all the time, by all means, but it has happened in the past where they'll look at that metal plate at the bottom and it's actually burnt, or
Oh,
you'll see
okay.
plastic and you'll see it like eaten away, which is why, with, like, for example, the oils that I use, the Young Living oils, there's an ingestible line. So like if I use lemon in my water for lemon water, I make sure that the glass or the bottle is always glass or metal. It can never be plastic,
Oh, wow. So even a
because
few drops would do that?
yes, they're very potent.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
That's good to know. So, okay. So you need to have a really good grade, medical grade plastic that you should be using,
Yes.
right? Okay. And so
Yeah.
you're saying that there is essential oils there that you can ingest as well, and then, but not all of them you can take, right?
No, no. And they're actually labeled accordingly. So, in Canada, you guys have something with Young Living that's called a plus line, which is an ingestible line. And actually, I wanted to point out, you guys are lucky because in Canada, if you go on their website, they actually have a section called Natural Remedies Guide. And these essential oils that are by Young Living are recognized as natural health products. So, whereas in the US, not all of them are approved by FDA. So there's different health guidelines, right?
Okay.
But in Canada, you guys are lucky because they're approved by Health Canada. They're called natural health products. So, um, you can go on their website and look for something like sleep or acne, and a whole bunch of things will come up.
Oh, that's nice. That's nice.
Yeah. So, and along that, you'll see the plus line, which is the ingestible line as well.
Okay, so I guess
So,
for somebody like me, we'll stick to the basics right now, and then maybe we can talk about the ones that you can eat, like drinking water or add to your
yeah,
liquids
yeah,
and
yeah.
stuff like that.
Sure.
If I were to go and get something, so I need a good diffuser. What are the main oils that you would recommend to start off with, just to kind of get my feet wet in this whole thing, and then get more confident in mixing, because I know mixing is big, right? You mix certain
Yeah.
oils and then together they have a better benefit, right?
So, what's really awesome is that they actually come in a starter bundle. So, I mean, if you just start off with, let's say, two oils, if somebody told you, okay, get peppermint and lavender, for example, like what you've
Mhm,
been
mhm.
accustomed to, and get a diffuser. It's really hard to be able to see a maximum benefit. Whereas when you get it as a starter bundle, you're getting a plethora of oils that actually deal with so many things that you can cover. So it helps with emotional support, mental, and physical. And then it actually comes with a diffuser as well. So then when you are using them together, you can mix things or you can use them separately, and you actually get to see the whole benefit of using the oil.
Okay.
I also find that's important because not everybody likes all the scents, right? Like if I told you lavender is great for sleep, and then let's say you tried it for a week, and then after that you're thinking, well, now it's not working anymore.
Yeah, yeah.
Our bodies change too, right?
Okay,
So
okay.
yeah, I like the fact that you can do different blends to get the same result. Like you can use something like stress away or
Uh-huh.
peace and calming or
Uh-huh.
lavender
Mm-hmm.
for the same effect, right? Like to relax yourself. So
Okay.
yeah, that's what's nice. I think the fact that it comes all together with a bunch of oils, so that way you have a chance to try everything out and either mix them or use them separately. And
And
you can, sorry, go
no,
ahead.
no, no, go ahead, go ahead.
I was gonna say, and you can diffuse them, but you can also apply them topically. So you could apply them on your pressure points. You could apply them as on your reflexology points at the bottom of your feet. Like let's say you want to do a bedtime massage for your
Uh-huh,
kids.
uh-huh.
So you would just maybe put like 2 or 3 drops of lavender in a carrier oil, like olive oil,
Mm-hmm.
mix it together and just massage it on the bottom of their feet, you
Mm-hmm.
know? So it's not only just for diffusing, you can apply it as perfume. I always apply it behind my ears. You could inhale it directly, or you could also do a massage. So
It's
there's a
funny
lot
you
of,
said that, because I remember like way back, that's how perfume was, just here and just here,
yeah,
right? And now it's like,
yeah, yeah, yeah,
okay.
that's so true.
So that's good. So that's good to know that you can either use it directly on your body to get the benefits, or you can diffuse it. So if I'm diffusing, do I just use regular tap water, or would you recommend distilled water or something like that?
Good question. So distilled water is preferred, but you can use tap water in these diffusers. So
Okay.
they're not going to damage them or anything like that. These ones do have warranties. Um, but yeah, and obviously use cool water, not warm water, because
Okay.
that's just, yeah. And,
Okay.
I guess because sometimes there's hard water. Like I know in New York over here, the water is more hard than it is in Canada. So it just depends on, you'll see the mist and the quality of it. If it's not as great, then I would always use distilled. But if you can't, then use tap water.
Okay, so that's good to know. So we've covered the diffuser, and what oils would you, just like a few basic oils that come with the starter kit. So if you were to give me like three simple blends, which one would they be?
Okay, so I would definitely do, so blends are oils that are already mixed together in a bottle. Is that what you're talking about?
No, meaning when I'm diffusing, which ones can I kind of
Mixed
pair?
together?
Yeah.
Okay, so I would definitely do like lavender and stress away together are amazing combination. Stress away is like called vacation in a bottle because it has like vanilla, cedarwood. It's really nice. And you mix it with lavender, it's so relaxing. Actually, that's what I have in my diffuser behind me right now. Valor, which is it's like, it's a special blend, but it's one of my favorites. That's actually like a bravery oil, or you can use it for courage. There's a lot of oils that are mixed in there as a blend. So I would mix valor with any citrus oil. Like you can do orange, grapefruit, lemon. Those are all very uplifting, mood boosting
Mhm.
oils.
Uh-huh. So something to wake me
And
up in the morning
frankincense is
would
a
be
great
which
one
one?
too.
Sorry.
Oh, you could do,
Go ahead.
go ahead. Okay,
I think that,
you could do lemon and peppermint. If you want something basic from your starter kit, you could just take lemon and peppermint and put those together, and that is amazing for like mood boosting in the morning. So I usually put that in the morning when I'm like in the kitchen, when you go down, turn on the stove or whatever before the kids come down.
mhm.
That is a basic blend, like you don't have to think about it, and it really just, it's very invigorating, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Something to
that's a
just
good
kind of
scent.
get the day going. And I'm thinking the blend with the lavender would be probably for the evening when you just kind of want to relax,
Yeah,
right?
even after school, or just something to unwind, not necessarily go to sleep. Lavender works differently with different people, so it could
Okay.
also help you focus, right? Because sometimes when you're very anxious and you are, not like, your thoughts are all over the place and they're racing, you might want to diffuse lavender or apply it just to calm yourself down, right? It doesn't
Okay.
mean that if you're going to start smelling lavender, you're going to fall asleep right away. It's
No,
not what's going to
I
happen.
used to. I remember when Iman was younger, when she was a
Uh-huh.
little baby. Before I would take her for a bath, I had. Do you remember those little sort of candle things where you would put a little candle in the bottom and you would put oil drops in it? There, I think I
Okay.
got a couple of them, maybe from Body Shop and here and there. So I used to have
Okay.
one of those, and in there I would put a few lavender drops, and I would light it, and then shut the door, and then bathe her. And when I would bring her back, there'd be such good aroma in there. And
Wow.
that's what she would go to sleep like and this is like in the afternoon when she would take a nap.
Her
So
naps.
I
Yeah.
know it would really help.
That's great.
So that's good. So I guess I have a good head start now. So I am definitely going to look into the Young Living Starter Kit, and
I'm so excited for
I'm going
you.
to
Yeah.
order it. And maybe then that's what we can do is do like when I get it, maybe we can do a live session, and you can help me
That
put
would
it together and help me do some blends and stuff. So I think that would be really, really nice.
that would be
Um,
exciting. Yes, that
yeah,
would be
yeah,
great. Yeah.
for sure, for sure. So what other benefits do you think, or rather actually, what made you, like, I know you started going into the whole healthy living and all that, but or more of this aromatherapy, but what
Hmm.
made you choose to go with Young Living? Is it
That's a good question. Yeah. So, you know what? Actually, the oil that the person had given me for my son the first time was actually a Young Living blend. It's called Thieves, and it's an immunity blend.
oh,
Um,
okay?
yeah, there's like a story behind why it's called Thieves, but which is quite interesting. But after that, when I wanted to start using it for my family, I researched different companies. So, and Young Living seemed to meet all the criteria that I was looking for. So, as a member, you're allowed to go visit their farms. You can be a part of the distillation, part of the harvesting season. That really resonates with me. I'm very curious about things like that, so I like to see that whole process, and they're very transparent about that. And also, they own all their farms around the world. So,
Wow.
yes, and they all have to adhere to this seed to seal principle that they have. So, like for example, their frankincense is grown in Oman, and you're allowed as a member to go visit that farm, and which I find absolutely amazing. So they also have like a scientific advisory council. Like, they're very thorough, and there's ways to test the purity of the oils. So for me, that was very important. um, it's one thing that something smells good, but for me, because I was using it for therapeutic purposes, like for the emotional, mental, physical support, that part was very important, to make sure that I'm going with a company that really resonates with my values or what I'm looking for.
Mm-hmm. So
Yeah.
the essential oils that if that we can use
Hmm.
on our body or ingest them or even kind of diffuse them. Do you think that there's, like, I would think that there's some emotional connection to it as well,
A lot, yeah.
right?
I mean, that's the biggest benefit, right? So, um, because it's processed through your limbic system, that's your emotional command center, right, of your brain.
Yeah.
So, that's huge. That's huge to regulate emotions. I mean, that's why I think a lot of moms really love using essential oils as part of, like, I feel like it's such a tool in your toolkit as a parent, to be honest. It's
Mhm.
like, it's such a great tool to just support you, right? Because it helps with the emotions. So, like, for example, if you're trying to transition, some kids have trouble with transitioning.
Mhm.
um, Sleep support, focus,
Anxiety. Yeah.
anxiety. We both said it at the same time.
Yeah.
Anxiety is
Yeah.
huge.
Yeah.
Um, and you know what? It's not just kids. I feel like, it's all of us, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, so yeah, it's
So, so if there was anybody who was trying to pursue a career in essential oil, become an essential oil consultant, what advice would you give them?
oh, I would definitely say research, just do your research, because there's also different types of aromatherapy. There's like the French model, there's the British model, there's you can go to school for aromatherapy. I mean, I never did anything like that. I just got very interested in it as a mom, and then I just started pursuing it and researching it on my own. So I would definitely say research which company you're going to be going with to use. And yeah, just once you understand the science of how aromatherapy works, it's just mind blowing. I love it.
Okay.
So
So I
yeah,
think I think I'm gonna pick your brain. I'm gonna keep bothering you here and there. Zayra, what's the next blend? What
you're
can I do with this?
yeah.
So
So
no, this is, I think this has really helped me kind of take my first step into going and trying to be a little bit more going with more natural remedies, and same along the same lines as you said. That's why you kind of shifted into it. So um I think I am kind of looking into that as well. So I think that that would be really good.
I wanted to
Because
just point out
yeah.
when you said pick my brain and ask me questions, and I love doing that. Like, people will text me like, "How do I use this?" Or sometimes my friends will text me certain blends that I never thought of using. But what's amazing is also when you sign up. So if you sign up with me, for example, we actually have
Hmm.
a team of resources. So we have private wellness groups, and that's amazing because you can literally look up any kind of support that you're looking for in these private wellness groups. So we do online classes, we send you information through text messages, and I think that's very important. So it's like someone's holding your hand through the process, right?
Yeah, and I think I'll need that.
You're not the only one. Like, everybody needs that, and I think that's what is so amazing, as opposed to going into a store and just picking up a bottle of lavender, coming home and expecting it to work for you every single
And you
time.
know what? I am so glad that I kind of went with my gut on it for so many times that I wanted to buy it. And then I just like, no, maybe not. Right. And I'm so
Hmm.
glad I kind of did that, because I feel like this is what I was looking for. Like, I really wanted somebody to kind of guide me through it until I mean, I by no means I'm going to be an expert at it, but at least if I have some kind of guidance as I go along, I think that would be really, really nice. I think we've covered quite a lot of it.
I think so.
Is there anything that you would like to add? Anything that I've missed?
No, I think we've covered it all. I mean, and I'm so excited for you that you're going to be starting your wellness journey with essential oils. I'm glad that, in Canada, you guys can actually, it's recognized as natural health products, which is amazing. So, you can treat just so many things and support your wellness in so many ways.
Uh,
So,
there's one thing I just come to my mind is, do
sure.
you think it would
Mhm.
help me in my spirituality? Like, are there any blends that you might recommend just to kind of,
Definitely, definitely, definitely. So actually, we did the 10 days of Muharram, right?
yes?
And on the Amal of Ashura, it was actually interesting because my friend messaged me and she said, "I'm diffusing frankincense because you told me it's good for grounding and meditation." And so, as she told me that, I went and put frankincense in my diffuser because frankincense, for example, it comes in the starter kit, is known for, it's great to diffuse around times of prayer. And actually, it was one of the oils that Jesus was given, you know, like by the three wise men. So there's a lot of relevance when it comes to scent and, you know, using it in a place of prayer or spirituality, when you're journaling, meditation. There's a lot of benefit to that. And I think aromatherapy can really just elevate that experience for you.
Yeah. And I think for me, what would really, like, what I'm looking for is just kind of have those elements in place. So when I'm praying, or when I want to be a little bit more spiritual and meditate and stuff, to these things to kind of play that role, that trigger my senses to get me more focused in it. So I think I'm sold on it. I'm buying the kit and that's it. Because I think this is what I really wanted to hear, right? To guide me in the right way.
I'm so glad.
So thank you for that. And I think on that note, we'll get to know you a little bit better. So I'll just throw out some questions at you very quick. Nothing to think too much into it, but so we can know Zayra on a personal level. So let's start with what advice would you give to people?
I would say you can't be everything to everybody. That's my advice. Because I think, you know, when my younger self was always trying to please everybody and just, you know, try to fit into everyone's mold, but you can't do that. So can't be everything to everyone. And I think it helps you just grow into who you are. So
that's good. Maybe a quote that you like?
Yes, I love Rumi actually. And I had this quote on my phone, on my wallpaper for a long time. It's, what you seek is seeking you. So, you know, if it's out there in the universe and you're really looking for it and you're soul searching, you will find it.
You will find it. Yes.
Yeah.
I think I do believe in that. I think that's very, very true. Are you a tea gal or a coffee person?
I am coffee. I have one right here.
Oh my God.
I'm a coffee
I am such a tea person. I've tried having coffee. The only way I can have it is a ice cap. And it's too sweet. So I try to stay away from it, but that's my treat. Are you reading any books these days? Anything?
So you know what? I've been listening to a lot of audiobooks more now than being physically reading a book, just with the time. So I'm re-listening or rereading rather, Brene Brown's Dare to Lead. That's a really good one.
So I downloaded that as an audiobook myself. So I haven't heard it as yet,
really
but I'm going
good.
to. Yeah,
you should really, you're going to enjoy it. You'll like that.
Anything else you've read in the past?
Yeah, there are a couple. You know, there's Rachel Hollis's, her 2 books, Girl Stop Apologizing, Girl Wash Your Face. Michelle Obama's Becoming was a great one that I listened on audio. I just feel like these books really resonated with me, especially as a woman and as a mom, and just, you know, being able to, you know, just growing.
Yeah.
So, Brene Brown, I mean, I love her stuff. So.
We're all going through that growing period, right? And I think COVID helped.
Definitely.
I think it did. It did for me.
Definitely.
What do you notice in people when you see them the first time? Is there anything in particular that, you know, you notice in people?
You know, that's a good question. I'm really more about personality. I mean, if someone's, you know, engaging conversation is intellectually stimulating, that's more important to me than maybe, you know, nice clothes.
Okay.
Or a great pair of shoes.
That's nice. That's nice.
Yeah.
And if you were to complete the sentence when I say I believe
that that's a good one. I believe to see the best in everyone. I think I want to go with that. I'm noticing that a lot more, just to show a little bit more grace to everyone around me, including myself. So
compassion,
see the best.
grace.
Yes. Be more
Gratitude.
compassionate.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So this was lovely. Thank you so much for making time for
Thank
me to
you.
educate me on this new journey that I want to take. And I will definitely be, connecting with you again. And for sure, I'm going to order that starter kit. And I think we'll set a date to do a live session, and we'll do the unboxing of it, and then you can help me set it up
That
and
would be so much
do some,
fun.
yes,
Yeah,
I think we can do that. And maybe that will encourage other people who are wanting to take that leap but not quite because they're just not sure about it. I think that would be very encouraging for other people, just like it was for me. So thank you so much.
definitely.
All
Thanks
right,
so much, Sarah. Take care.
take care. Bye bye.
Bye.